How much Blue Eyes White Dragon can we jam pack into all these lists from the weekend? Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. We have a lot of Blue Eyes analyzation to do today. I've tried to pull as much Blue Eyes White Dragon data as I can for you out here. Now, there's a couple regionals I've not had the chance to cover yet, but, you know, the point is Blue Eyes has lived up to its expectations out here and is truly set out to be a monster. So our first list here is actually going to be a Primite list. This is what most people were expecting to be the best list. Got a lot of pullback from a lot of my community in the very early days when we were testing this. A lot of people like this build's dog shit. Yeah, well, it's got so many tops this weekend, it's actually kind of nuts. Like, the deck definitely smashed down the door and did its thing with the Primite package being really strong. I also do see here we are main decking only a singular roar. This is going to be a very consistent pattern that you're going to notice across the field out here with this deck. It's not a lot of bulking down on this. Now, you are going to get into some of the flavor of some of these builds. This build did choose to play triple super polymerization in the main deck. This is going to give you access to Garua and the Mud Dragon. But also, funny enough, if you got a lot of Blue Eyes players in your locals, you're going to be able to make the Tyrant Dragon out here, which is kind of funny. And, I mean, I guess technically I guess you could. I don't foresee this actually happening. But, you know, options. And then, of course, actually playing one copy of the Ultimate Creature of Destruction down here, which is kind of cool, actually. I never really considered wanting to toss this around, but it depends on like how much you want to build away from your standard starter decks and go from there. And also, the Made to Order Mermaid Outfitter. Target a card in your opponent's graveyard, banish it, then you can add one card from your deck to your hand with the exact same name as that banished card. Ah, yes, the anti-Blue Eyes card out here to just take away your opponent's options, which is freaking hilarious. Well, that's interesting. What else we got back here? This was pretty awesome. This was effectively somebody taking 3 Blue Eyes structure decks to their locals and said, hey, I actually want to try to play the game right now. And, you know, straight out of the box for what you got working for you here, good freaking job, actually, man. You did really good. All right. I got sent this list. He's like, hey, you know, we standard locals, you know, we got like 25 people. I got 4th place with this. I was like, huh. So, yes, I talk a lot of bad about this card, but it is such a brick. It does really nothing to, you know, get the build going. You're going to see a lot more Jet Dragon. I've seen a couple lists testing this guy out, which we'll talk about that in a little bit. Also, one of the cool things with playing this straight out of the box is you do get the Neo Kaiser Seahorse, which is going to be the free extender, so you can actually do some level modification as well. Also, I do believe, okay, yes, this is going to be our thing that's going to allow us to actually do the ritual summon out here. So depending on the matchup you're going to find yourself in, you can actually use the Majesty to actually ritual summon the Blue Eyes Chaos Max and kind of set up that little control option on your opponent, which I think is pretty worthwhile, all things considering. You also do see that we do have the Destined Rivals down here as well. The fact that they actually built this into the deck is really hilarious. Even also, shout out to only 1 Sphere Mode down here. With just having this be out of the box, they also just chose to play 1 of this and only 2 Spirit Dragon. That says a lot, actually, about straight out of the box with this, because you get so many more options that, you know, I don't necessarily think you want to be going too crazy. And also, still even out of the box, just 2 Blue Eyes. Do not bulk down on the bricks, man. I'm telling you, they are not that good. Oh, we have the Buster Blader build for you. Now, if you've not been paying attention out here as well, Buster Blader has been showing up really strongly out here. I'm actually pretty impressed to see how many people were so excited to rush out and actually play Buster Blade or Blue Eyes. All right, like I knew people were excited for Blue Eyes. I just didn't realize that people's brains were clicking and going, hey, you know, we can set up all of these little Buster shenanigans on our opponent. I actually was playing Rizal on Friday night, and I actually got Buster Blader locked with Blue Eyes, which was pretty stupid. I'm sorry, but like if your opponent fools you, and like you minimalistically set up and you get Ultimate Slayer and then you get Buster locked heading on into the next turn, like I'm sorry, you don't beat this deck. Like also very minimalistic here on the traps, which is fine. You figured you might see people going a little bit more extensive with these, which I can understand why people would think that you would want to branch out a little bit more with these, which is fine. Also down here with the Buster stuff. Yield Crimson Dragon. We are doing this. I also see we're also doing a Trishula. Ah, boy. How many interesting little ideas can we jam-pack on into a session out here? A lot, evidently. And we've also got the Protector Whelp of the Destruction Sword as well. So, pretty impressive. Also, 3 Spirit Dragons in here. Just doing the 1 Buster Blader and, of course, the 1 Buster Dragon. I think, with all that noted, I think you've got a strong case out here for this deck. I think that this deck is going to see a lot more play because it's a lot of fun, man. I'm not going to take anything away out here from people that want to have a good time with this format. So next up, we have another Primite build. You're going to be seeing a lot of Primite out here for a little while. And of course, this build is actually playing the Blue Eyes Jet Dragon down here. Just remember that this is a recurable asset back here that actually, you know, allows you to kind of do what you need to do in order to, you know, keep the bodies coming back to the field. But you're also going to notice this down here. If this card is sent to the graveyard for the Synchro Summon of a Light Synchro monster, alright, gain 1,000 life points. Now, I don't know how we are really trying to abuse this. Because, you know, all of our Blue Eyes here are, you know, level 8s. And she herself is a tuner monster, I guess. So you're going to... I guess you have to draw the Sunlight Pixie and extend with it off of the Mausoleum in order to set up with this, which I guess is fine. We've really at the point right now that you're looking at something like frickin' Sunlight Pixie in frickin' Blue Eyes, of all things, 4 time. That is what we are doing here now. I guess, community, we probably going to see a lot more of this. I don't know. I'm pretty impressed. You know, considering Mausoleum just needs a light tuner to be able to be additional normal summoned. Congratulations, we have done it, everybody. This is how Yu-Gi-Oh continues to evolve and interest us. A card like frickin' Sunlight Pixie out here being relevant. I'll clap for it, actually. That's pretty impressive, honestly. Outside of that, Skill Drain is back. You know, I'm not surprised to see Skill Drain. I think a lot more people are going to need a little bit of time to kind of figure out that, this is actually a pretty cool card. Then we have more Blue. What are you doing here, Grandtusk Dragon? On normal or special, target up to 2 cards other than cards on the... Target up to 2 cards, other cards on the field. Destroy them, and if you do, add... This card gains 600 attack for each card destroyed, and of course you only use 1 Grandtusk effect per turn. You know why we're using this, right? This card right here. We're actually just building the Grandtusk Dragon on in to the main deck out here and actually just punishing our opponent with it. Now, I can't say that I'm surprised to see something like Grandtusk Dragon just freely being built into a deck like this, because he is an incredibly strong card. He does allow stupid shenanigans, but you got to remember when you're playing a deck like this, you need those options in order to, you know, set up and do your thing. And you're going to have a lot of people out here that are going to be coming up with some incredibly interesting ideas with Blue Eyes. You know, you're going to see some of the ratios that most people felt like they agreed on. They're going to be switched up and they're going to be challenged. And that's fine. You want people to kind of test the boundaries of certain things, which, you know, we will wait and see. We will see if Grandtusk Dragon sticks around or if this is just one of those very funny ideas that gets a little bit of recognition out here, but actually just kind of falls off in the end. But a lot of blue eyes for you today. A lot of ideas being tested out here. And I think it's interesting to see these choices that people are attempting to do, because it really looks like there's some cool ideas to be had in this meta. So please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here learning, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.